All right, guys, so here we are to talk about episode 2 of Iron Fist. So we finally got to see his Iron Fist.
Yeah.
And that was good.
Sure.
This episode I thought was strong. Something we did not touch on last episode is where we left off, is that he's in a mental institution. He was submitted for a psychiatric evaluation, 72-hour period.
We said that out loud, and I wrote down, oh, yeah, he's committed. As my first note or something like that.
He's very committed to this story that he's Danny Rand.
He's all on
and
drugs
people are starting to believe him.
Yes. They're doping him up so he can't summon his chi power.
Yeah, which, they didn't even know about. That just happened to be a thing.
No, they didn't do it because of that, but he kept saying, and I like that because that's something a crazy person would say.
Yeah.
They're like, can you summon the dragon now? No, the drugs, they clouded my brain. I can't get in touch with Bashistis. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, it was crazy person stuff. But yeah, the doctor does the detective work and the quizzing. We called that he was going to die, and he didn't die.
Yeah, I
he didn't
pictured
die
the doctor
yet,
dying
but I don't know.
because he would know too much. He can't prove he's Danny Rand. He can't have people that are credited that have sort of degrees from an 8-year school. That debunks our whole plan. Murder him. But instead they're like, have crazies, rough him up.
That was so weird. That's why I didn't think that I thought that was something totally different because I didn't think Ward would disobey his father, and I didn't think that would be their plan.
The father's plan was to put him in our beach house. We want to keep him safe. He knows how to fight the hand. So it alluded that either he's dealing with the hand and wants to have a backup plan in case they fuck him, or he's actually a semi-good guy and doesn't like the hand. Either way...
Do you want to talk about that now, or do you want to put a pin in that and keep talking about the murder plot that's stupid?
We can put a pin in that.
So the murder thing, though, I guess he called the orderly, who was his man on the inside, and said, get the meth head, the idiot, and the wife murderer to, kill him?
Yeah, well, I would assume he just kind of like he did with the check to Colleen and just was like, hey, 50 grand, can you get this guy dead?
Do what I say. Well, he called and said that, the plan has changed with the patient. Operation 66, murder that motherfucker.
Well, I think the current plan was give him far too many drugs.
I guess, yeah.
Because do you see how many pills he was shoving in that dude's mouth?
Is that too many pills?
I feel like that's too many pills.
I'm a big guy. I take a lot of pills when I take pills.
Yeah, but you're taking, vitamins. He's taking, I don't know.
Dope.
Yeah, horse tranquilizers.
Fucking horse tranquilizer pills. No, but so that would have been the move, is just put more pills in him and kill him or something, or inject something or do something, right?
Yeah.
Why involve other patients? That's why I was like, oh, this is just a coincidence. That guy's pissed because earlier he fucked with him and he knows the orderly and did something, bribed him, did something, whatever.
But
if you're gonna
make this happen, you could have just been like, okay, we keep him strapped to a bed all the time. Hey, you crazy McHammer killer.
Yeah.
Just come at him while he's tied up.
Exactly. That's why I could be, because you were like, no, this is her, this is Ward's plot. And
I knew Ward was not going to listen to his dad because he's too greedy to not want any risk of losing 51%. He's like, no.
Yes. But I was like,
I put frogs in sandwiches.
I figured he's still at the end of the day scared of his dad. They set up the thing about you should grow some balls, but
that
then
was him growing balls.
But then yes, exactly. But then the way that it played out, I was like, okay, no, this is going to get interrupted by Ward's plan to come and kill the guy instead of take him away or some shit. It felt so weird to me, but whatever. I'm not gonna say that. The handprint on the window.
Handprint on the window. That was probably from the hand.
My immediate, assumption was he never leaves the penthouse.
Yes.
He's sort of like a prisoner there.
Yep.
And the hand, for whatever reason, he can be a part of them, but they have to whatever him, or he just is against them, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I feel like they've got their thumb on him. He's he's getting the squeeze.
At least the thumb, if not the other fingers, because the hand is pressing firmly. No, that's how I took it immediately. I don't know if that makes him a good guy or a bad guy to Danny or anyone in this scenario, but he was super interested. He was like, bitch, wake up. What did you say, the hand? Uh-oh, okay, let's go. Let's do something. And that seemed very interesting. So yes, either he's afraid that, Danny will mess up his dealings with the hand by ending them, or he's like, this is my ace in the hole. I can finally get leverage over that old bitch.
If he were with the hand, he would be afraid that Danny could muddle his plans in any way, and he would want him dead. The only reason to save him is because he wants him for either just, like I said, a backup plan, like the hand double-crossed me, Danny, get him! Or it's like, no, these bastards, they've kept me in prison for too long. Danny, get him! Either way, it's a Danny, get him scenario. You see
Totes. Yeah. I just don't know yet whether or not he's it's because this whole show, this whole this whole franchise.
This whole 2 episodes.
No. I'm thinking back to Daredevil and all that
Sure.
shit. Everyone's always got these weird business dealings where they're double and triple crossing.
Yeah.
Everyone's making sure that you know this, and then if anything happens, they'll be against you, so I can slip in there, and there's an opening. There's all that shit happening, so I feel like it could be very complicated. But
I wonder
totes.
in the timeline where this takes place, are they all one after the other, or are these happening simultaneously?
Yeah.
Half of me expected when he went to the top, I thought this was going to take place a couple months before this is actually taking place, in my head anyway. And when he got to the top of that penthouse, it was going to be Fisk.
Okay.
Was what I wanted to happen.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know what the timeline is or how they would communicate that without like a text card.
I think it must be happening actually in order as we're seeing it.
I think it
kind
has
of.
been so far, and therefore.
Well, except for Luke Cage,
cool.
because Luke Cage had powers in Jessica Jones and then got his powers in Luke Cage. So like.
Well, because they told you his origin story
Yeah.
or whatever, right?
And had he
Yes.
already met Jessica Jones, he may have asked for her help when fighting the biggest bad he's ever met.
Well, yeah. I mean, they went back in time, but it was clearly that they were back in time, right?
Yeah.
Because they were showing you him bearded earlier in his life.
Sure.
I forget how that all laid in the series. If they showed you him now first and then went back or something, or like what it was. But this is happening. Like what's happening right now is happening now.
Definitely.
We just don't know when now is. I assume it's just linear.
That's existential stuff right there.
Right? This hawk keeps showing up.
Yeah, the hawk definitely means something. It
We
might
didn't
be
talk
like
about the hawk.
the symbol of his monk people, or like a deity or something.
Excuse me?
Poop.
A deity?
Yeah, like something
Deity
that they worship, or like our god. What did I say?
Deity?
Same thing.
The point is,
That's Greek.
in the first episode, Aphrodite, they showed you the crane. I just say crane by accident because it's like the crane order of the thing.
Yeah.
They show you the hawk, and he's doing this, and they show you the hawk's eye, and I'm like,
Yeah.
can he see through that bird's eye?
I got the
is this
impression that
Fist
was
of the
what they were
North
trying to
Star?
show you. 'Cause
Not Fist of the North Star.
It looked like Beastmaster.
Now, what's the one where he's a cowboy and his horse is like a robot cowboy
That's
that can turn?
Bravestar.
Bravestar. I was like, this is some Bravestar shit. Is he seeing stuff? But they don't seem to haven't really played into that now. But we've seen this hawk a lot, and it's out of place. And I don't know if it's someone who's you came with him and is hawking around.
I don't know
Seems
yet.
crazy.
Well, we're probably going to learn more about that.
We better.
It's featured so heavily that it has to be something that makes sense.
Yeah, we saw a bunch of flashbacks this episode, redundant shit to the Himalayas and the parents and all that shit all over again with the whole thing. Learned like almost nothing new.
No, but I enjoy this has been again like I don't see what the thing that people didn't like was so far. I'm still I'm still fishing for usually like even if I like something I can go, oh, you probably didn't like this, but I'm not seeing that yet.
There's nothing that's making me not like it, but there's also less stuff that's making me like it.
I'm just enjoying the story. I don't know something about it.
It's totally fine.
It's low key. Because it hasn't been a superhero story yet.
I know.
And I've been fine with the exposition. Seems good. People are believing who he is. He's coming around.
Yes, I would describe everything as fine. Would be my explanation. So I'm interested to see when like more cool stuff happens. We made fun of him with the bop.
Oh yeah, when he's meditating. Oh god, that doesn't come across properly. They should have just made him make like the but he's like, what did he say? He's like Katie Holmes or some shit.
I wrote down Manny Petty home Bop Katy Perry.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know what he actually did.
It was a little. I think that's whenever you put like the white dude as the stereotypical like Asian character.
It's only a
like when you see him in his golden robe on the Himalayas thing like that. You're like yeah, that doesn't fit. But
yeah, it's a little Last Samurai.
It's fine.
Whatever. Is Iron Fist Asian in the comics? Is this one of those whitewashing things we gotta look out for?
I can only picture him wearing the mask. He has like a half thing mask,
like a cowly mask thing.
Don't recall.
I forget because there's been so much bullshit. Anger over whitewashing and appropriation that I can't tell anymore. Was this one of them? I don't know if people were pissed off about this one. All right. We've already touched on a lot of stuff. Kunlun, Seventh Heaven, Zone of the Immortal Fist.
Just real quick though, if it were to be an Asian character, wouldn't that be so like ironic. You're like, oh, while you were in the plane, you crashed over the Himalayas, like which may or may not be the type of Asian you are, and then bam, you've learned. So like it doesn't. To me, it's not an issue what race the person is.
Oh, I never have an issue with that. But I'm a privileged
no, but I
male.
think it would almost be worse if
Yes.
it's like nope, he is like exactly that. Oh, he already knew. Yeah, he was trained for years. This is him honing his whatever. Like I think it's better if you're not the right character.
No, this is all working perfectly because
he's the great white ninja, as Chris Farley was.
Yeah, there's a certain irony to him being this weird, like, and it was dumb, but I liked the whole thing of like he loved the circus after he saw them, those acrobats, he was all into it.
Yeah.
And then he ends up getting picked up by monks and goes like, oh, yeah,
doing backflips over speeding taxis,
jump over things. It's awesome. Yes.
So you're just saying they talk about heaven. Where he's from.
So that's the exposition that we already touched on, where Harold is like, "Wake up, Danny! Wake up! Tell me everything about your life."
Yeah.
And he, like,
but we learn that every
things.
15 years you can access this point. It's on a different plane of existence, a different dimension.
Which is weird, because now
it's cool though. It makes sense why it was at 15 years. Well, it took 15 years before it realigned.
Yes, it does. But it makes me go like, oh. Whenever any number is the same in anything, I go, oh, of course, or something like that.
What do you mean by that? Where like it's like, oh, college takes 4 years. You've been gone for 4 years. Irony. Stupid.
But then if like it took 4 years for the eggs in like the barn to incubate, and now I'm back home in my hometown and we're fighting the big spiders, like that would be like 2. So like he crashes exactly when the portal opens. How long does it stay open for? What's going on? I don't like that.
Give or take.
Give or take 15 years. It's not like a deal breaker. I was just like, oh, of course, 15 years ago this shit was open, so you go get badass training in Heaventown, and now you come back the first time it's opened again, which is exactly 15 years.
Well, no, I think he's been waiting.
I know
till it opened to come back.
Exactly.
So that to me is not a weird time thing. It wasn't like
it's just
Danny, we have to tell you, your parents actually died and were murdered. I must avenge them. When can I get home? Right now. Like
no, it's the fact that during the crash, it was open. Is the coincidental thing. Or
maybe the crash opened the portal.
That would be awesome. Or the portal being open caused interference that fucked with the plane. But
that could also be true.
But that ruins the whole thing about the Meachams. Who are the? Did that name come up before in these Marvel things? Meacham.
Not that I recall.
It sounds very familiar to me.
Well, Meacham.
No, the name Meacham. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Brown M&M's, proof that he's Danny Rand.
Yeah, so Joy is also, we've learned Joy is a good person, as speculated.
Yeah.
She does believe Randy is Randy. Ward is a shitheel, as confirmed by.
He's just an unstoppable shit. Just so bad.
He's a heel wedged with shit, just caked on, couldn't clean it. If you went to a shoe cleaner place, they'd buff it once. It'd be like, I can't even take care of
nothing but shit. There's no shoe here, sir.
It's just washing away.
Yeah.
I thought this was a size 11 covered in shit, but this is really just a size 10.
Yep.
Full of shit.
Uh-huh. It's like high heels.
It's a weird analogy. What else happens in this episode?
I like that the doctor was like, he's like, no, I am the Immortal Iron Fist, and the doctor's like, yeah, since the incident, a lot of people have come in saying weird shit.
Yeah,
I understand, and I'm like, okay, so it's like I like in these insane asylum settings when you end up with this perfect storm and the doctor has all the right answers that are perfectly reasonable.
Well, he's like, well, can I see this Iron Fist? The drugs. They don't allow me to do it.
The drugs that are preventing me from strangling you.
I can't actually stop you from taking these drugs. You need them to be here.
You've hurt several people since you got here, so that's not going to work.
I like that crazy person that originally tried to kill him is his tour guide.
Yeah.
Is free to roam the building. Like, oh, you scamp! What are you trying to kill people again?
Yeah, we call that out a couple times watching, just being like, wait, why is his door open? Or like, wait, who? Why would you do that?
He's not really kept safe.
No.
But I guess that might even be a thing. I'm trying to think in our brief instances in hospitals and things. I guess no one's actually safe
while we are in insane asylums.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I guess it's fine, but still, yeah, he posed as a doctor, and he had the whole beginning set up where he said all the right things too, because he hears all the right things when people say it to him. So he's like, yes, just calm down, don't worry,
I was nervous.
All that stuff. Yeah, and fucking.
But he saw him do the Iron Fist thing. He was on camera doing the Iron Fist thing, so the bad guy saw it. He saw it. The doctor could be like, what happened? I'm like, his fist glowed orange, and he punched through. And the doctor would be like, he is Danny.
Yes, he's going to go, oh, my God, he is Danny Rand, and then get killed by one of Ward's guys.
I still think he might die, yeah.
He should die. It was weird that he didn't die.
Yeah.
I guess because Danny got out without him, or he became a non-factor.
Yeah.
but he should have been the whole thing where, like, I expected Ward's henchmen people, we're doing a transfer, and then that doctor's working late, and he goes, what's going on here? And they go, well, we have to do is, like, this paperwork's not right, what are you talking about, or something like that. And then they have to kill him to, like, get something like that happening, but no. We may never see him again.
It's certainly possible. So Danny has escaped now. That's always interesting.
He's running down the road. He's probably going to go to what's-her-name's dojo. Colleen Wing.
Colleen Wing. Yeah, so she was bribed. She's the one that delivered these M&Ms, sans the brown ones, back to Joy.
Yes. And that was a little weird, too. We were like, what? He's like, by the way, while you're here, I had no reason to think that you were here. Can you please deliver these?
No, yeah, I don't know what Joy's plan was. What? Wait, give him these M&Ms, and then, like, no, like, return envelope to send them back in,
like,
nothing.
I'll just visit.
She was just fine. So that's a huge hole for me. Weird, very weird. But this episode was fine.
Everything is fine. Nothing is bothering me besides the bapa part. Everything else, nothing makes me like whatever. But I'm waiting now to see like the dope as fuck awesome shit. I will say Sir Loras from Game of Thrones is doing an excellent job.
No, yeah, he's much better than like what original pictures made me believe. I was like, oh, that's gonna be weird. Yeah. But no, he's good. He's totally an actor. I don't see that other character here at all.
No, people had some misgivings based on his other character and how he acted and stuff. And
yeah, unless you see him in weird flowery armor, I don't think I'll have any comparisons.
No, and I basically like everybody else. Colleen Wing is good. Join.
Yeah, she's our night nurse of this series.
Yeah, okay, and that's it. I'm glad you brought that up, and we'll seal this up like very shortly. But I'm waiting to see. I don't want to prematurely say like save it or something like that. But I'm wondering. I feel like the way this is going, it would need to have like a Punisher type of like arc in it. Where for like a few episodes, there's like a focal point of like something else that's awesome, and then that can even leave. But then the whole, because right now, 2 episodes in, thinking about like 10 more episodes of just more of this, I'm kind of not as excited as I would be. So I think there's going to be some cameos. I'm not sure who will be in it. We saw the actual night nurse in the trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know who else is showing up, or if there's going to be any intermediate people. The Hand's involved. Elektra's in like a big pot somewhere, right? I don't know what's going to happen. I'm interested. We'll see.
Yeah. So let's check out episode 3, guys, and we'll see you shortly.